Good evening, everyone. Can people hear me? If you can you give me a wave? Thank you. Well, a very, very warm welcome to everyone. My name is Felicity Stewart, and as Director of Undergraduate Medical Studies for the University of Manchester Medicine degree, it's an honour and a pleasure to welcome all who are joining us, whether you're a graduate, a family member, partner, friend, university or NHS staff, wherever you are watching in the UK or around the world. For our new graduates, we are all here to celebrate together the great achievement of each one of you in being awarded your medical degree in 2021. The final year of medical school is challenging and rigorous, always, but you have undertaken your final year in uniquely difficult circumstances. I don't really need to tell you that, but there are circumstances that have never been encountered before. You've proved yourselves to have reached the high standards that are always demanded of those graduating as future doctors. Sadly, for the second year running, our university has had to postpone formal graduation ceremonies in our beautiful Whitworth Hall due to the pandemic. But we could not let this academic year come to an end without marking the culmination of your undergraduate medical studies and time with us in the University of Manchester, especially as you will all soon be starting work. You are the lifeblood of our medical school and the future of medicine. So, planning together with your representatives, we really hope this celebration this evening will be a joyful and fitting tribute for you all. Just to let you know the running order, we're going to begin with a message from Professor David Nott, a distinguished alumnus of the University of Manchester. And then your hospital dean in turn from your clinical education campus will give you their personal tribute and read the roll call of your names. We're then going to say your affirmation together. And following this, we have messages from Professor Dame Nancy Rothwell, President and Vice Chancellor, and Lem Sissay, the renowned poet and Chancellor of the University of Manchester. Finally, we've got a montage of happy memories that you yourselves have provided. So, to our distinguished alumnus. Professor David Nott is a surgeon, probably well known to many of you. He studied in the Universities of St Andrews and Manchester, graduating in medicine in 1981. His exceptional global contribution, much of it voluntary, has been in the field of treating injuries sustained by victims of disaster and war. He established the David Nott Foundation, with which our medical students have a direct connection through its Friends of David Nott Student Society. The Foundation's mission is to deliver the specialist training that surgeons need to save more lives in area of conflict and catastrophe. And he has prepared a special message for you all.
Hello everybody, my name is David Nott. I'm a consultant surgeon and also professor of surgery at Hello everybody, my name is David Nott. I'm a consultant surgeon and also professor of surgery at Imperial College London. Can I offer you my warmest congratulations on this fantastic day for you today in graduating in medicine and all becoming doctors. I remember it vividly myself a few years ago, no, maybe a few decades ago now, from Manchester. I was able to return to Manchester and got my MD from Manchester a few years later. And also a couple of years ago, I became alumni of the year and had a wonderful time coming back to Manchester. And I know exactly where you're sitting and I know exactly how you're feeling. When I became a house officer in Manchester and also, I suppose, F2 and CT1 and then I became a surgical registrar at Manchester Royal Infirmary and then became a consultant surgeon at St Mary's Hospital, Paddington, where I'm talking to you from one of the operating theatres where we're about to do a case. I can honestly say that getting my medical degree allowed me to use it as a passport, really, to go all the way around the world in the most wacko places you could possibly ever get to, simply because I was able to offer surgical help to civilians and people wounded, both in war and catastrophe. And it allowed me to be able to go to places where I'd never, ever have been there before. One of the most important things is to be able to communicate with your patients, and to be able to communicate with people from all over the world and help them was probably the best thing that my medical degree could ever possibly have given me. And the world is your oyster out there. You can do whatever you want with it, but this is what I did with mine. Since leaving Manchester and working all the way around the world for probably about 30 years or so, I decided the best thing to do would be to leave a legacy of training in war zones and catastrophe areas. So I set up the David Nott Foundation with my wife Ellie, and we've been able to go and give scholarships to people to come from all over the world to come to England, so they can go on a course whereby we can train and teach as many as we possibly can. We also take the David Nott Foundation, provide surgical training from all over the world, and we've trained about 800 surgeons in the last 4 years or so. But again, it all stems from the fact that I had fantastic training from Manchester, and we also set up, the students from Manchester set up the Friends of the David Nott Foundation, who also raised money for us to be able to go and treat and teach and operate on patients around the world, and also to allow people, surgeons, to come from all over the world to us. It's a great thing to be able to do. In fact, we've got, I think, about 12 other universities involved in the Friends of the David Nott Foundation now. But all I'd like to say is I've had a wonderful career. I would like to swap places with you, if I may. And if anybody wants to swap with me, I'm happy to swap with them. And I'd like to start all over again. And I can't wish you a more wonderful career, and very, very many congratulations.
Well, thank you to Professor Nott for those inspiring reflections, which take us to address our own inspirational 2021 MBCHB graduates. And I'm going to welcome and hand over to your hospital deans, Professor Madhvi Paladugu, consultant paediatrician and hospital dean in Lancashire Teaching Hospitals Foundation Trust, and Professor Jackie Lavin, consultant gynecologist and hospital dean in Salford Royal NHS Foundation Trust. And you have spent with them your 3 clinical years, unusual ones in the last 18 months, certainly. They each have a special personal message for you before they will then read the roll call as your names are displayed on the screen. And we thank Isaac Say, a graduating Year 5 student himself, talented musician and piper, for playing Steam Train to Mallaig and Highland Cathedral in accompaniment. Professor Paladugu.
Thank you, Professor Felicity Stewart. Good evening, everyone. First of all, massive congratulations to each and every one of you and to your families. Your batch 2021 has done amazingly well. You know, in addition to your 5 to 6 years of hard work, you coped brilliantly with the COVID pressures over the last 1.5 years. I know COVID touched most of us directly or indirectly, but to see the way you coped with it was fantastic. It is a testament of your resilience, so well done to all of you. Now you have your title as a doctor, and soon you'll be starting as foundation years. I still remember the day when I started my houseman job. I'm sure you're looking forward to it, but also, you know, it can be a bit daunting in addition to being excited. And I'm sure you will have some challenging days. But remember, in those challenging days during your training, you're not alone. You're part of a team which is there to support you. Also, don't forget your support mechanism, which actually kept us going over the last 1.5 years. So keep in touch with your family, keep in touch with your friends, keep in touch with your hobbies. Also remember how hard you work to get to this stage, so don't stop. Going forward, I know some of you might have already known what you want to do in your career path, but some of you may not have decided yet, but that's okay. Because as you go through your training, you will see what suits you, what is the best, what you like for your career. But one thing I would say is keep yourself open to take any opportunities that come your way, because they'll come at a time when you think you're not ready. No. So whatever career path you choose, I'm confident you do an amazing job. So behalf of all the team from Lancashire Teaching Hospital, I wish you all the best in your future. And you know where you are if you need us. Yeah. I'm sure I'll see some of you back as foundation doctors and future trainee doctors and as a consultants in our trust as well. Thank you. So now we acknowledge and celebrate the success of each of the final year students from Lancashire Teaching Hospital, Preston, and who graduated from the University of Manchester with the degree of MBCHB, Parga Safi, Zen Chan, Amira Silant, Charles Lackford, Adrian Mawani, Usma Shazad, Aaron Bellis, Afifa Kamar, Sophie Crane, Maria Cynthia, Oscar Daniel, Shazia Patel, Kevin Waterman, Azmal Zadan, Aziza Abdullah, Paul Pascal Jones, Manisha Ariketi, Jaspreet Sahota, Jordan Tudor, Wei Law, Pai Tan, Preeti George Pandit, Farah Jaffrey, Samuel Dent, Sarah Alzanai, Joshua Thomas Parr, Elena Foster, Monica Dingwall, Mihir Parmar, Shang Peng Ko, Christopher Pennington, Sophia Mahmood, Noor Al Garabali, Rinzu Philip, Saskia Locke, Emma Wright, Sophie Murdoch, Sarah Trakovic, Mohamed Razai, Azim Kapasi, Adnan Nazar, Puroshi Patel. Now for the award. Now for the award of MBCHB with honors. Hasnan Al Ramadani, Tashid Chowdhury, Patia Green, Juliet Amfosa Gypsy, Jessie, Kristen Hindley, Devonshire Bala, Mohammed Shaikh, Lucy Benson, Sik Young Fung, Erin Maynard Connor, Ru Zin Lim, Robert Mitchell, Rosemary Stringfellow, Jennifer Hobbs, Natalie Axiotis, Lo Tin, Rishika Sivamurthy, Aino Minerva Kotalainen, Sunny Usher, Beverly Eve, Balaj Khan, Mark Ung, Jonathan Farmer, James Hagan, Alexander Lee. Next for the award, MBCHB with honors and distinction in the final exam. Amy Griffiths, Emma Wilson, Edward Sizer, Edwin Barnes, Nathan Sim, Danish Hafiz, Matthew Marden, Ellen Waller, Tara McKelvey, Harriet Kinahan, Farah Nadeem, Farah Nadeem. Then award MBCHB with distinction in final examination. Farah Naeem, Lairab Gul Khan, Zol Hunter, Anna Newton Clark, and Ibn Kelly. Many congratulations to each and every one of you. I now hand over to Professor Jackie Lavin from Salford. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's with immense pride that I congratulate you all on your achievement in graduating as a doctor and welcome you as a colleague. I hope that you've enjoyed your time at the University of Manchester and realise how well prepared you are for your foundation jobs. I'm very proud that, like you, I too am a Manchester graduate. Practicing medicine is a profound honour and privilege, and whilst challenging, is extremely rewarding. We walk alongside our patients and their loved ones at some of their most difficult times, but also some of their happiest. The trust they place in us is humbling. Experiences I've had on the receiving end of healthcare, either as a patient or a relative, have moulded how I wish to be a doctor and the care that I offer to patients, and I'd urge you to use your experiences likewise. Qualifying as a doctor is a very significant achievement at any time, but that you have succeeded with half of your clinical training during a global pandemic is remarkable, and I commend each and every one of you. The past 16 months have been so challenging, but I've been impressed by your kindness, generosity of spirit, willingness to support your patients, clinical teams, those you love, as well as the wider community. The qualities you have displayed demonstrate that the NHS is in very safe hands for many years to come. I recall when I welcomed you to Salford in third year, saying that graduation is the very best day of my working year, and it is. I also said that the following 3 years would fly by, and I remember some of you looking a little bit surprised by that, but here we are. And I'm delighted to be able to share this celebration event with you. And I look forward to being able to celebrate your graduation in person, hopefully in the not too distant future. I know that I'm representing all of the Salford team, all of the undergraduate team at Salford and our linked hospitals in wishing you every success in your future, wherever that takes you. We hope that we may work with many of you in the future years and look forward to you joining us in educating and training the doctors of the future. Many, many congratulations. It's now my pleasure and privilege to acknowledge your achievements and to read out the awards that you have achieved this year. So for the award of MBCHB, Zaidi Hamid, Zain Ul Abidin, Mohammed Al Zaini, Christina Nicoletapoulou, Zainab Abid Sahel, Oliver Cobbold, Alice Wrigley, Rory Hayward, Mohammed Aslam, Harry Johal, Lucy Westwood, Cara Kang, YK Matthew Fung, Georgia Clark, Aidan Doy, Emily Thomas Williams, Louis Claxton, Kartik Kumar, Alkema Akhtar, Laura Bannister, Helena Law, Henry Rush, Joseph Howe, James Burrow, Lauren Snyder, Emma Lee, Ellen Rhodes, Cara Holt, Miranda Garrett, Uchekuwu Oku, Abdulaziz Omar, Samuel Wilding, Edwin Thanken, Ahmed Al-Dahani, Nosa Uwade, Maryam Kuadrea, Brian Go, Harish Kujo Bihari, Atrish Sheikh, Robert Atherton, Rui Zhe Lim, Roxana Muscalu, Indivir Ray, Sylvia Osahan, Johnny Naylor, Amani Ahmad, Matthew Perry, Sarah Abdul Rahman, Wajahat Mughal, Jasmine Barrett, Sienna Monaghan, Thomas Chadwick, Khan Musa Ambarasan, Cameron Holloway, Abrar Al-Jahani, Hussein Al-Safar, Samuel Sui, and Faye Brennan. And for the award of MBCHB with European Studies, Nicholas Springle, William Manchester, Izzadeen Vial, and Sama Kudaru. For the award of MBCHB with honours, Sebastian Stedman, Tricia Tay, Charles McVickers, Benjamin Daniels, Ashley Coop, Siraz Khan, Gillian Anderson, Samuel Mason, Isabella Gerling, Sophia Castor, Rebecca Pritchard, Cleo Cyril Roberts, Danielle Hartland, Eleanor Rees, Esther Lee, Minam Patel, Louis Matalala, Richard Williamson, Laura Clapham, Mitra Gobinath, Robin Jenner Wiltshire, Huli Q, Ashanair Unikrishnan, and Bada Alali. For the award of MBCHB with honours and European Studies, Georgina Morris and Antonia Pyler-Bear Richardson. For the award of MBCHB with honours and distinction in the final examination, Jacob Williams, Olivia Lobo, Ghazala Tissin, Lucy Yarwood, William Reynolds, Hannah Starling, Saba Mahmood, Jake Hancock, Abigail Gartland, Katie Spencer, Annabelle Chadwick, Bethan Clayton, Mohammed Zaman, and for the award of MBCHB with honours and distinction in the final examination and European Studies, Anna McConaughey, Eleanor Palmer, Sakina Mungru, and Abigail Gilchrist. And for the award of MBCHB with distinction in the final examination, Jessica Crawford, Niall Pumphrey, Emmeline Gee, Arun Sahel, Rachel Middleton, Christian Smith, Anna Daphnis, Wafa Abinur, Janki Radha Patel, and Matthew Lepoy Devin. Many congratulations, everybody. I'd now like to hand back to Professor Stewart.
Well, thank you very much to both Professor Paladugu and Professor Lavin for the roll call of all of your names. And for each and every one of you, I just want to emphasize that your MB-CHB degree and your primary medical qualification is a huge achievement, hard won, and which you really should revel and take pride. I know too that a not insignificant proportion of our students successfully achieve their degree while managing health issues, disability, financial and other worries and responsibilities, and those have been of particular issues through the pandemic period. I pay particular tribute to their courage and determination in the face of these additional life challenges. And it is great to be able to acknowledge those who also completed MB-CHB with European studies, even though sadly because of the pandemic you were unable actually to go to Europe for your Erasmus placement, as well as many students who've acquired additional intercalated bachelor's or master's degrees along the way, and those who have excelled to achieve MB-CHB with honours or distinction in the final examination. So traditionally, Manchester MB-CHB graduates say their affirmation as an integral part of the formal graduation ceremony. But as this is postponed for the time being, you rightly wanted to include the affirmation in tonight's celebratory event, close to the beginning of your working life as a doctor. The affirmation may be thought of as the equivalent of the Hippocratic Oath. It is really a public statement to yourselves and one another that you will uphold the shared values that are the essence of the medical profession in the 21st century. I should say at this point, we are slightly limited by technology, so there may be a bit of echoing as we do this, but I'm going to say each phrase and pause until I can hear that you have all repeated the words after me. So I ask you please now to join me for the affirmation. Raise your right hand and say, Otto, Otto, hear quite a lot of echoing at the moment, notwithstanding.
We should really not.
I'm going to.
We're having difficulties. I think everyone's speaking.
This is horrible.
And the screen's froze.
Patient. Every patient politely and considerately.
Treat every patient politely and considerately.
Respect patients' dignity and privacy.
Respect patients' dignity and privacy.
Listen to patients and respect their views.
Listen to patients and respect their views.
Give patients information in a way they can understand.
Give patients information in a way they can understand.
Respect the right of patients to be fully involved in decisions about their care.
Respect the right of patients to be fully involved in decisions about their care.
Keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date.
Keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date.
Recognize the limits of my professional competence.
Recognize the limits of my professional competence.
Be honest and trustworthy.
Be honest and trustworthy.
Respect and protect confidential information.
Respect and protect confidential information.
Make sure my personal beliefs do not prejudice my patient's care.
Make sure my
personal beliefs do not prejudice my patient's care.
Act quickly to protect my patients from risk.
Act quickly to protect my patients from risk.
If I have good reason to believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice.
if I have good reason to believe that I or a colleague
may not be
not
fit
be
to
fit to
practice.
practice.
Avoid abuse of my position as a doctor.
Avoid abuse of my position as a doctor.
Work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients' interests.
Work with colleagues
in
in
ways
ways
that
that
best serve patient interests.
In all these matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues.
In all these
matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues.
I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them.
I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them.
And if you could please now reply, I so affirm.
I so affirm.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, sorry, I was temporarily muted. I hope I wasn't muted throughout the affirmation, but I've been unmuted again now. And now I'm going to move to a message to you from Professor Dame Nancy Rothwell, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Manchester.
Wherever you are in the world, I want to say a huge congratulations to you all on achieving your degree. Wherever you are in the world, I want to say a huge congratulations to you all on achieving your degree. I'm here in our beautiful Whitworth Hall. I'm standing here with just a few people from audiovisual, with both pride and with regret. My pride is in what you've managed to achieve in what has been a truly exceptional year, and you should be proud of yourselves. My regret is that you're not here with me, that I can't look down and see you, watch you celebrating in our quad, and see your family and friends who've supported you over your time at university, and particularly so over the last year. I also regret the fact that we simply haven't been able to provide to you what you would have expected, what we wanted to give to you as part of your degree. And that's meant you've been challenged, but you've come through that challenge. And that's why you should be so proud of having got to this point. I really hope I'll be able to see you in this Whitworth Hall in the future when we carry out our postponed graduation ceremonies. And if you can come back, I will really look forward to that. Of course, today you are somewhere celebrating the academic achievements that you've made over your time with us at the University of Manchester. That stands you in great stead for your future. A degree from the university helps you in your future employment. But I hope you've gained much more than simply an academic degree from us. I hope you've made friends. I hope you've learned a lot more than you have done just in your academic studies. And particularly importantly, I hope you'll come back, not just for your graduation ceremony sometime in the future, but also to visit us. You are joining 500,000 alumni of the University of Manchester who are spread across the world. You are part of the university's family. You're ambassadors for us, and we want to look after you. Your links with the university will continue. We'll still provide our careers service. You'll still have access to the library for some time to come. So I really hope that you can come back and see us regularly in the future and join our Alumni Association. Congratulations on behalf of the whole university yet again. I hope that you prosper in your future careers and you have very happy lives, and that we all see a new future beyond COVID. Well done, everybody. Thank you.
And now we move to hear from Lem Sisse, MBE, poet, playwright, artist and broadcaster, Chancellor and Ceremonial Head of the University of Manchester. He is going to present his poem, It's Time to Stellify.
It's time to stellify. Be the focus, be the vision, be the brightest, the universe, be the future, be driven. There's 500,000 alumni in 190 countries across the globe, over 25 Nobel laureates. This is our genetic code. There's stardust in your DNA. You are a meteorite. You are the pen tempting words. You're the lens sensing light. Be 10,000 degrees. Be light years, travel in time. Be the star of the universe and shine, shine, shine. Be the star you are searching for. Illuminate the night. Be the success that you wish for and be quicker, be faster, be bright. And as the future dawns, you'll get brighter by the day. It's time to let the sun shine through you, star. Light the way. Make all the difference in every single thing you do. Stellify. It means to turn into a star. And the star that turns, it's you.
Well, Lem Sissay memorably said on his election as Chancellor in 2015, reach for the top of the tree and you may get to the first branch, but reach for the stars and you'll get to the top of the tree. My primary aim is to inspire and to be inspired. And I know that as well as the words of Lem Sissay, you genuinely do inspire us all in the medical school. So, following those messages from the President and Chancellor, I'd like to add again, not only my own congratulations and good wishes, but also to say those on behalf of Professor Graham Lord, Dean of the Faculty of Biology, Medicine and Health, Professor Peter Clayton, Vice President and Deputy Faculty Dean, and Professor Tony Hegarty, Head of the School of Medical Sciences, all the many academics and clinicians who have taught you, and professional services and administrative staff who have supported your journey individually as a student. So let's now all enjoy together some memories of your undergraduate life in the happy images that you have provided for tonight. Well, great scenes, great memories. And I'd just like to thank the medical school team and the graduates who worked together to plan this celebration. And they're also going to be putting together a 2021 yearbook as a lasting memento and souvenir of some of those happy scenes and fun times for you. I'd like also to say at this point that a special appreciation is due to parents, partners, other family members and friends who give their unstinting love and support, and today share the pride of having a new doctor in the family. We hope you've all enjoyed this celebration and all look forward to the day when your formal graduation can indeed take place in the Whitworth Hall. So for tonight, farewell, with every good wish for the future and the start of your working life as a doctor, wherever that may be and wherever it may take you in the future. Good luck and good night. Thank you for coming.